We have to talk about Life of Pi, which of course won you the Academy Award, and that's one of several projects you've done with Ang Lee.
Yes.
And I wonder if you could just, since it was a long time coming, talk a little bit about how it came about for you, what challenges you faced scoring that film, and working with Ang Lee generally.
Well, Ang is one of our great filmmakers of our time, and he is that because he is a tireless explorer of the human soul and human psyche, and he's one of those people that even when he's working with a large studio, he has that independent film mentality of somebody who wants to break new ground and find new ways of expressing new things. So he and I are we fit together very well, and he's an extremely demanding and a man with just incredibly high standards and just very restless in the sense of not being satisfied with good or even really good. So I love working with people like that push you past where you ever thought you could go. So yeah, Pi was a difficult film for all of the departments, just in the sense that this was a movie that really had no predecessor. There was nothing that it was based on. It wasn't like, hey, let's take this movie and put them together. They're just, where did Life of Pi come from? It's actually unbelievable that they made that film. It doesn't actually make any sense, but they did. So, and Ang, is a man who will not rest until he figures out how to do it. But it did take us a long time to figure out how to bring that story and tell it on film.
How long did it take? I understand he called you as soon as he got the rights.
He did, and we talked. I was talking with him about that film for 2 years before I wrote any music. I have pages and pages of notes that I still have of our discussions about all the possible themes in the book. I knew that book very, very well, as before I wrote a note, and all the possible ways of looking at all the possible things that were in it. So we really spent a lot of time peeling back all the layers of meaning and understanding what it was that we wanted to say before we even really started, before he shot a frame or I wrote a note. So there was an incredible amount of preparation. I've never prepared for a film like that, and I like to prepare really well for films. It's a form of procrastination that I indulge in. But yeah, the research and in a way, I've been researching for this film all my life, in the sense that I've been working with Indian music for 20 years before that, and it was just kind of every kind of music that I've ever worked with, all in this one film, and it touched on a lot of things that were really meaningful to me. So it was, right from the beginning, we knew that this was a profound project that we really didn't want to mess up. One of the themes of this book is, the journey that Pi himself is on from east to west, and being in this liminal state between these two worlds, and it's something that was important to us. And even where he was born, in this French state in India, where again the languages are confused, and the culture, you have croissant, and you have curry, and you've got French words and all kinds of things just all jumbled up in this wonderful mulligatawny. So it's kind of it's a world that, like I said, it just kind of came together with all the themes of my own life, in a sense.